Good morning, beautiful people. How y'all doing? And welcome to another, what is this? Day in the life. Come work with me. Watch me work. All of those. Okay. So today I have 2 clients and we have 2 clients today. Let me tell y'all what's been happening. So I've been having clients book with me, but because my website was still saying Brunswick, I was getting Brunswick people booking. And I'm like, and I don't find out to the day before or a couple of days before, because they'll text me, they'll be like, well, your address says Brunswick. No, your address says Smyrna. Are you in Smyrna? And I'm like, yes. I relocate. Ooh, sorry y'all, all this shaking this street. I'm like, yes, I relocated back to Atlanta, to Smyrna. And I'm like, oh, because I had this one girl, she was a new client. And I was looking forward to meeting her because we was DMing each other on Instagram. And, and I was looking forward to meeting her. She was looking forward to meeting me. And, did I ask her or did she ask me? She asked me, was my address correct? And I'm like, yeah. I was like, well, where are you located? And she was like, Brunswick. I was like, that's the dilemma I was coming across, but I've changed everything now. So, yeah. So, hopefully that'll be rectified and everybody will see that it says Smyrna and not Brunswick anymore. But yes. So anyway, like I said, today we have 2 clients. Yeah. Did I say? Yeah, I said welcome to another day in the life, or come to work with me. One of those things. I think on my thumbnail I put watch me work. But anyway, so yeah, so headed to the salon. And I have to do my hair, not today, because I need to color these grays, color these whites, because my hair is freaking white. Color these white roots, and yeah, but we're not doing that today. We're gonna do that probably Sunday, I think, or tomorrow. But anyway, yeah. All right, folks, I'll see y'all when I get to the salon. All right, so the first client up is she getting a twist out. But first things first, she needed a much needed trim. When she came to me, it's been a while since she had a trim. Most of my clients that came back to me when I moved back to Atlanta, they needed some treatments, some trims. I had to cut people's hair off. It's like, what happened? It's like all my clients had some type of, not all, but most that came back to me had some type of damage to their hair, whether it was heat damage or breakage, which I'm like, what is going on? But anywho, so she needed a much needed trim. She said it's been a while. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing, trimming her hair. But going back to what I was saying before, it was a shame. And some of my clients had a hard time finding a good stylist. For one, they was comparing them to me. And I was like, y'all can't compare them to me. But for 2, because I gave my clients and experience, and I didn't talk on the phone, and I didn't have clients on top of clients. They were used to a certain way of getting service. So that was another reason too. So I bigged up myself on that, but yeah, it was just a shame that some of my clients' hair were was just ate up. All right. So after that good old trim, we're going to commence the twisting. Now I twist with the Influence Hair Care Honey Almond not shampoo, Honey Almond Styling Foam. Now I put it in, if you've seen the bottle, that's a Design Essential, I think it was the avocado and almond bottle, but I put the foam in there because the bottle is taller, and so I don't have to refill it as much. So I use that bottle. I just recycled it, okay? Also, if you see her hair is blow dried, I always do twist on blow dried hair to give it a stretch and also to cut down the dryer time, because no one wants to sit on the dryer for forever and a day, okay? Even I don't like really sitting on the dryer, but my clients be like, oh, how long I gotta sit under? If you're getting a twist out, honey, I don't know. Whenever your hair is dry, because your hair has to be completely dry. And it's different for everyone depending on your density. And if your hair is soaking wet. That's why I do it on blow dried hair, because it cuts down the dryer time. And like I said, it gives it a stretch. All right, so after she sat under the dryer, maybe it was about 20 minutes, she was like, oh, I gotta go. I gotta pick up my son. And I was like, okay. So she wanted to leave her twist in. And usually when you leave your twist in, I pin up the ends to make it look like a little cute style. But she was like, girl, no, just leave the ends like this. I was like, are you sure? She was like, yes. I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't want to, but I let her go out like this. She said, no, don't worry about it. Hey y'all, so I got a break in between clients, and what I'm about to do is what I used to do. Go back to my old stomping ground. Going to like TJ Maxx and Marshalls and stuff to pass out cards, okay? Because like I said, I have to rebuild a little bit of my clientele. It's not as big, or my clients probably found, somewhere else to go while I was not here. So we're going to pass out a little bit of cards. And I kept my apron on too, my small. And then I might get something to eat. I'm not sure, because I'm not trying to really spend any money, because I need gas too. The dilemma. Okay. Hey y'all, so I passed out some cards, not a lot, because I like to give cards out to people where I can see their hair, not if it's in like braids and stuff like that. Let me up these windows so y'all can hear me. But yeah, anywho, so I'm just sitting here chilling while I wait for my next client. And I bought these chips from Smoothie King. I'm about to say Planet Fitness. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay. And then when you get to the end, I'm like, something ain't right. What is this at the end? I look, freaking chicken breast. They made these chips out of freaking chicken breast.
And I done ate most of the chips. You need to put, instead of wild protein chips, y'all need to put chicken protein chips. And I looked on the back of this. Oh, I did not pay attention to that. Because y'all know I don't eat meat. And you could taste the chicken at the end. Woo! All right, Wasp. You could taste the chicken at the end. Like, it start at once you chew the chip and you get to the end, it start giving you chicken texture and taste. Wow, why would they do that? You know what? I looked at the calories. 220. That's what it was. And the 13 grams of protein. I wouldn't have thought that they would make chicken into chips. Oh, Smoothie King. Anywho, I'm just chilling here, waiting for my client. And I don't want to go sit in the salon. I want some fresh air. I wish the sun was out, but it's a little cloudy. But yes. All right, I just had to come tell y'all about these freaking chicken chips.
All right, so we're on to client number 2, which she's getting a flexi rod set. Now for her, she's taking a break from heat. I think she was in one of my other day in the lives. But anywho, she's taking a break from heat because when she came back to me when I moved back, she had heat damage. You can kind of see the straight ends. So I was like, yeah, we gonna take a break. Her first appointment back to me, we did do a press, and then I saw that it was heat damage. And because she was going somewhere, she was like, oh no, I need it pressed. I was like, okay. But after that, we've been doing protective styles. And I think this was her first time getting a flexi rod set, I think. But yeah, I was like, girl, we gotta take a break from this heat and get your hair back on track because no ma'am, no sir, because you didn't have heat damage when I left. Granted, that was 2 years ago or 2.5 almost. So yeah. Like I said before, some of my clients had a hard time finding someone. And I'm like, we in Atlanta. But hearing all the horror stories from people online, I'm like, how are these people in business? I've said that before. How are y'all in business? No type of professionalism. You just want the money. Of course, we want to make money to make a living, but you got to have some type of integrity, professionalism when you're servicing people and doing their hair. I treat everybody's hair like it's my hair. And plus, I've said this before too, my name is on this. So you should want to do, it's not even the hair part, because most of them do good hair. It's the professionalism. It's the being on time. It's the communicating with your clients. For me, that's what gets them. But anyway, for her, I'm doing a corkscrew curl on her. She didn't care because I asked her. I said, you want corkscrew or you want more length with your curls? She was like, oh, I don't care. So we're doing a corkscrew. And like I said, I think this is her first time getting them. So I just used blue all over for her. And she was ready to go under the dryer. Okay, so she sat under the dryer for about 45 minutes to an hour. Yeah, because when the dryer stopped, she wasn't fully dry. So yeah, she stayed under there for about an hour. I always tell people when they book a flexi ride set, I'm like, have your mind right because you got to stay under the dryer until you're fully dry. How long would that take? I do not know. When your hair is dry, that's how long it's going to take. Okay. So, anywho, for her, not for her, but for every client, I take it apart and do it a little twirl around my finger. I use the Influence Hair Care pressing cream a little bit on my fingers to give it a shine and to cut down on the frizz if from me taking it apart. But yes, so this is the springy curls. And yeah, taking them apart. All right, they're all out, and I just told her to pull her hair up in a pineapple at night with a scarf around it and put the bonnet on top, and she was good to go.
Good morning, y'all. So it's the next day, Saturday. So I decided to put yesterday and today together. So I have 2 clients today. We're going to wrap them up with a bow. No, I just decided to put these 2 together. And yeah, I think I'm going to put these 2 together. If not, this will be separate. But I think I'm going to put these 2 together. So headed to the salon Saturday morning. All right.
All right, so my first client is a flat twist in client, which is just a flat twist style where they can wear it for about a week or 2 and then they take it down for a twist style. But she came in and I had to detangle her first. She had braids in and she took the braids out, but I still had to go through and detangle to make sure all of the shedded hair was out before I gave her shampoo. Please, people, if you are taking down a protective style that you've had in for, excuse me, even a week, even a couple of days, you want to comb your hair out, detangle it before shampooing because you will have a tangliness. So yes, you always want to detangle before shampooing after a protective style. Okay, so here's the tip. I know when you're doing your own hair, you're trying to get done as quick as possible. Your arms get tired. But what I do is I go around the head, detangle it one time, and then I go through kind of like quickly, not taking small sections, just to make sure all of that hair, shedded hair, is out. So you want to go from front to back, side to side, every which way to make sure all of that shedded hair is out, especially if you've had your protective style for a month or longer. All right, so after a thorough shampoo, and you see the shrinkage is real, okay? What I'm doing, like I said before, because she's getting a flat twist in style, we're going to blow dry her hair, and we're blow drying it as well because she also needed a trim. So we're doing a trim in a flat twist style. So I always put Bantu knots in your hair to make sure the roots are dry when you sit on the dryer. And I'm just drying the roots. I'm not drying your whole head. So I blow dry the rest of the hair. So then she switched it up on me. She was originally getting a flat twist style, but she wanted her style to be just a circle. I said, who? She's like, just twist it in a circle. Okay. She was like, because I'm not going anywhere. I work from home and just twist it in a circle. And she was like, so if I want to, I think she said if she wanted to put a wig on, she could. But if I would have did a regular twisted style, she could have still put a wig on. But this was what she wanted. So that's what we're doing. And I told her next time, if you want to get it something like this, we'll do make it more stylish than in a circle. So she was like, okay, that's fair. But just for today, I want a circle. I said, okay, girl, I'm going to give you this circle. And that's what I did. All right, so she sat under the dryer for about 20 minutes and I gave her a little oil sheen and she was on her way. This one I was telling her we could do the style more stylish. And I just told her to put a scarf on at night and she was good to go. Okay.
It's park. Yep, they don't have music. I know when it's cloudy outside. Yeah. Like I don't know if I want to be outside and this. You came in. Look like you already got your hair done. That's good. It do. I gotta take a video. Okay.
All right. So yes, when she came in, I was like, girl, look like you got a twist out. And the camera's not doing it any justice, but it was more defined than what it looked. And also I was fluffing it out, so that made it a little frizzy too. But she came in, we're doing the silk press. So of course, I have to detangle it first to before we shampoo. And that's just me just kind of pulling it apart a little bit. And no, it's not hurting her. No, I'm not pulling. I'm gently pulling. The video is a little sped up, so it may look like it, but I'm not. And besides, your clients will tell you when you're hurting them, okay? So, and I was too busy I forgot what we were watching on Netflix, but yes. So I'm going to detangle her. This time I'm using my detangle brush, and as always, I spray some of my leave-in conditioner in, which is also a detangler. And we're just gonna go section by section because y'all see how much hair she got, and we're just going to detangle it. Okay, all right. Okay, so if you have dense hair, you have high density hair, you always want to detangle in smaller sections. Yeah, it may take you a little longer, but it's easier for you to get through it. And as always, like I said, you want to start, like I always say, you want to start from the ends and work your way up. Because if you start from the root and try to work your way down, first of all, you're going to get hung up. Second of all, it's going to hurt because you're trying to take all that shedded hair, which most of your hair sheds at the root, and it'll stay at the root. And you're trying to take all that shedded hair and pull it down all the way to the end instead of starting from the end and gradually taking that shedded hair out little by little. It'll make the process faster, and you'll get through it by just taking smaller sections. All right, so after a good, thorough shampoo, like I always say, because the shampoos be thorough, okay? I want to say for her hair, I mentioned before, she has high density, but her texture is medium. Most people get texture and density mixed up, and texture is how thick your hair is, like the volume of it, to say, like an easier term to understand, the volume of it. And the texture is your actual curl, the strands of your hair. So She is a medium texture because you have coarse, medium, and fine. Her texture is medium, meaning her strands of hair are a medium texture, not too coarse and not too fine. Y'all see all this hair? She got hair for days, okay? And it's so long and pretty, okay? And this is before I even press it. Now, because her texture is medium, I'm not gonna use a very high heat because we preserve curls over here, okay? We preserve curls over here. And while I was editing this, I'm looking at myself like, girl, you was into whatever we was watching. I'm like, come on now. I mean, she was my last client, and she was into the show too, so it was all good. But like I was saying, I didn't use a very high heat on her. I took it down to about 430 because she hadn't had a press in a while. So I didn't use very high heat, but I still used like 430. That's still good. And then I had to take small sections because her hair is dense. And I just tried to do less passes as possible. And that's what I did. And she wanted, some big curls. She didn't want any tight curls. And because she was on her way, I forgot where she was on her way to, but she was going to be outside. Not outside, but going somewhere. Y'all know what I mean. But yes, and yeah. All right, so y'all see these curls? Bouncy curls. So her goal is for her hair is to get the front part of her hair to grow a little longer, like her back. Um, she says she don't know how it got short like that, but that's her hair goals. So I just combed the curls out just a little bit, not too much, and yes, and she was on her way. I told her she could do pin curls or she can wrap her hair at night and we just add a little oil sheen and she was done. So as you can see, we are done for the day, and both of my clients switched up their services. Okay, so the first client, well, she didn't really switch up her service. The first client didn't. She just wanted her twist in a circle, and I was like, okay, are you putting on a wig? She was like, no, I just, I work from home, so I don't really go nowhere. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll do what you asked for.
So, but I did tell her next time we do that, I want to do more of a design or whatever. Have y'all ever seen, y'all probably seen, what is it, the bald head braid, what's her name, Tuki, who did it? That's what I've seen on TikTok. Tuki who did it, but I'm gonna do it with twist. It ain't gonna be as elaborate as hers. I'm just gonna try to make it, you know, just a little more swirly doop-de-doop instead of just a circle, twist in a circle. And then, cause he just was gonna get a flat twist out. My second client, she was going to get a wash and go. But because we were trimming her hair, I was trimming her hair and had to blow dry it to trim it. She was like, well, since you got it blow dried already, you can straighten it if you want to. And I was like, well, that's fine with me if that's what you want. All right. So yeah, so I straightened her hair. Her hair is lovely, and it has grown so much since I've last seen her 2.5 years ago. And so yeah, that was the day today, yesterday, and today. So I hope I'm on my way to go get something to eat. So I hope y'all enjoyed this work with me, work day in the life, work with me video. And I see that these videos get more views than just a regular hair video, which I'm still gonna do. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching. Oh, it's a Wells Fargo over here. Oh, wait. Thank you guys for watching. I will see y'all on the next one. Do the YouTube things. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know when I drop a video. Oh, I look like I've been working all day. So you know when I drop a video. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Herstyles with the Z15. And don't forget to keep being you, doing you, for you. All right, folks. Do I say that on this one? I think I do. I'll be saying on all my videos. That is my little like affirmation. Be you. Don't forget to keep being you, doing you, for you. Because if you don't do it, nobody else will. All right, folks. I'll see you on the next one. God bless.